Hello guys and girls, welcome to another unboxing video, and today it is my mystery box. It's the Solidsnake2662 box that we did with Cult Merch. I just want to say thank you very much to Cult Merch for allowing this to happen. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It was amazing meeting you guys, having a day trip up there, putting a box together, and the feedback that I've had so far has been absolutely phenomenal. The people that have opened the boxes and got back to me, thank you so much for the feedback, and I'm just so glad that you're enjoying my box. So what I did was we went up there, we chose some items, but what I wanted to do, I wanted to choose items that were normal everyday today items, and then push the envelope that little bit further so that it's not just a thing, but it's a little bit extra. That's what I wanted to go with, because otherwise it just becomes a generic mystery box, and I wanted something a little bit OTT. So we had a meeting, Cult Merch agreed to a load of items, and now it's here. So I'm doing this video, obviously it's going to be at least a week or two after you guys receive yours, because I wanted you guys to open yours. And so it's a mystery for you, because if I was to manage to punch this video out before you opened yours and you watched it, it'd kind of take the sheen off of what you're opening. So there we go. So I hope everybody's got theirs now. This is the video where I reveal the items that we chose, and I just want to say thank you very, very much for purchasing a Solidsnake2662 box, and I hope you enjoyed. So, obviously, most mystery boxes, you get a mug, and it's a little bit out there really, because usually with Batman mugs you either get just like Batman or the bat symbol, or there's Joker or whatever. But I saw this and I thought, do you know what, there's quite a nice design on that. So you've got the Batman and Joker 50-50, but it's kind of artsy as well. So it's like, yeah, it's a nice mug, and it is still a Batman mug, but it just pushes the envelope that little bit. So the Batman mug, fell in love with it. Obviously I'm getting old now. So I wanted something a little bit retro, so we went with the Nintendo keyring. There were others on there. I mean, there was Sega, there was PlayStation, there was all sorts. It's got such a massive, massive collection of keyrings, but I decided to go down a little bit classic, a little bit retro. Something that you wouldn't mind having hanging off your keys is a little, is that NES or SNES? NES controller. And then a little bit up to date, we've got the Pickle Rick. Now, this, we were looking at him, I thought, well, winter's only around the corner and the leaves have already started going brown. So I thought, have a face covering, but not like a face mask, but like an alternative to a scarf. So obviously, we've got the Pickle Rick. Now, I have had some feedback, and not all of you have had the Pickle Rick, and that's probably because they might have run out of stock. But what they would have done is change this for something similar, so you would still get exactly the same thing, but with a little bit of a different design on it. I know at least one or two of you have had the Batman one, where it's got ha 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 written all over it with the Joker. It's fine, it's exactly the same thing, it's just that this is the one that we decided to choose on. Like I say, they might have just run out of stock, and they did put an alternative in, but it's exactly the same, other than obviously the design. So this is quite interesting. This is because, as most of you probably know, I'm massive into my motorcycles, and whenever I've got it on the bike, I've always got one of these around my neck to keep my neck warm while riding. And these are perfect for the winter, so you can wear them as a neck covering, and to protect you from the cold. Fantastic. If you grab it like that and put your arm in like that and turn it inside out, you can then turn it into a bandana. So then you squeeze that over your head if you want to, and then you've got the knot at the back, and then you've got like a bandana at the front. And I'm trying to quickly show you how to wear this. So if you keep it inside out, if you turn it once and then give it another one there, and then feed one half over the top of the other, you've then got, similar to the bandana, you've got like a beanie hat. There we go. There we go. So then you've got the beanie hat. And if you're really, really brave, and if you're thin enough, you get two of them, and you've got a boob tube and miniskirt. And I have seen people wearing these neck coverings as that at bike meetings and stuff like that, because the original ones of these, they're called buffs, and they have some really nice designs. And the amount of girls that you saw wearing them as you slip into them as a boob tube and miniskirt, unbelievable. But that's an option if you want to explore it, but if you rip it, that's on you. So the Pickle Rick face winter scarf alternative, so that's why we went for that. See, a little bit of thought went into this box for you guys. God, it's warm in this room. Jeez. So obviously, notepads. Everyone's seen what a notepad is. So I saw this. Let me take it out of the plastic. This is ridiculous. The Ewok notepad. That is a conversation starter if I ever saw one. So, do you know what? I was aiming for the Chewbacca one because there was like a belt that goes across, but because the Chewbacca ones are just so popular, they just did not have them in stock for you guys. The Ewok was a close second, to be fair, so we had to go with the Ewok. That is just amazing. Everybody knows, or should know, that I'm a massive, massive Star Wars fan, and that is the Star Wars item in this box. So we've got a bit of DC, bit of Rick and Morty, bit of Star Wars. On top of that, where's that? There it is. On top of that, some of you may know that I went to university and studied film, and I was, and still am, completely obsessed with Tarantino. So I saw this poster, and it's a Pulp Fiction poster, and what it is, it's like an outline of Samuel L. Jackson, and it's got the Ezekiel 25:17 quote. Now, if anybody's seen Pulp Fiction, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And I know the Ezekiel 25:17 say the whole blurb off the top of my head. I was so obsessed with the Pulp Fiction film and Tarantino in general. I just know almost everything about him, and especially the infamous Ezekiel 25:17 quote from Pulp Fiction. So I absolutely saw this poster and fell in love, so that had to go in there. On top of that, they also decided to throw in one of these foil posters on top as well. And staying with the Nintendo theme, we got the foil Zelda, which I think looks phenomenal. If that was properly framed, and the way that it catches the light once it's up, oof. But what Cult Merch did, they threw this in on top. We already had, if you was to buy all this stuff individually, we already had like 60 odd quid's worth of value, and then they went and threw a £7 or £8 worth of poster in on top. So the actual value of this box is more 70 quid than it is what I originally said, 60 to 65 pound. So thank you very much, Cult Merch, for throwing that in as an added extra. That is amazing. Thank you so much. And then the pièce de la résistance is, I think that's everything. What we've got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is, sorry for the lights. I'm trying, right. This is the Harley Quinn DC Bombshell series. Now, there were these wooden prints, and they were fantastic. There's a lot to choose from. And I was umming and ahhing whether to do Star Wars or something else, but then I came across this one, and I thought, do you know what? It has to be the Harley Quinn. This is amazing. She is my absolute favourite DC villain. She's amazing. Harley Quinn is the unsung villain of the DC series. She is just fantastic. And with the Birds of Prey film and the Suicide Squad bringing more focus, before that she was just Joker's sidekick, but if you was to read into it, she is actually the main driving force behind Joker, and she is just phenomenal. Also, because of the DC Bombshells, I have a DC Bombshells collection, and it just spoke volumes to me, this did. So and then on top of that, it's Harley Quinn riding a missile to the ground. Now, obviously, that relates back to my film days as well, for the Doctor Strangelove. I forgot the name of the film. But that is one of my favourite films of all time. Do you know what? I've got so much in my head. But yeah, but you know the film. I'm sure it's Doctor Strangelove. I've got Doctor Strange stuck in my head now, and I can't shake it. But yeah, so on it, obviously at the end of the film, if you've seen it, you've seen it. But this whole thing represents that as well, which then feeds into my film days on top, which just absolutely fantastic. This is going up on the wall. It's going up probably next to the Lego Batwing that we've got mounted at the top of the stairs. So so that's my box. I do you know what? I absolutely fell in love with everything in this box, and I hope you did too. Thank you so much once again for purchasing said box, and thank you so much for your feedback. And that's my video. So like I say, I hope you enjoyed yours. Give me some comments, give me some feedback. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I don't know, I've lost the plot. I'm just overwhelmed. Thank you so very much for watching, and I shall see you again soon. Ta-da!